Check out the LogicMate YouTube channel, a new video every month, free bite-sized training. Hello and welcome to another bite-sized training session from LogicMate. I'm Tracy Eastwood, and this month I'm going to take you through how to print in different languages using code pages in Interform 400. Using Interform 400, we can print in different character sets. But what actually is a character set? A character set is simply a list of all of the characters that are used within a specific language. So to give an example, in the UK we have 26 letters of the alphabet, so we would have 26 characters representing the uppercase alphabet and 26 letters representing the lowercase alphabet, and then you would have 0 to 9 for numbers and so on, and all the special characters that we have. Within France, they have a different character set because they have letters with accents underneath or above the letter, and in Germany they have umlauts. So each language has its own set of characters, and you can see from the table on the screen that there's a numbering system that's allocated to each individual language, and that's called the code page. But from this list, you can see all the different languages that are supported by Interform 400, and even down to the Chinese and Japanese, Korean, which use a special type of characters using a double byte character system. Your ERP system running on the IBM i will create a spool file in a designated code page, in this case 285, which means all of the characters within this spool file are contained within the 285 code page set, which is in actual fact the UK language set. When we want to print this spool file using Interform, we need to specify the actual code page set that's used within the Interform product so that it marries up the correct character set used for printing with the incoming code page from the actual spool file. During the design of your overlay, if you're using the 5250 designer within Interform, we would enter fixed text into that particular design using the green screen. And we can configure the green screen using ACS or client access, and you see in the list there's a host code page. This is the code page that will be used by your 5250 session, so that when you're entering text, it knows which particular language is being used for that particular fixed text. The only other thing we need to consider now is that when we're using the AutoForms control subsystem, which is the part of Interform that produces the actual output by monitoring with the arrival of spool files, we set against each output queue the code page that printer is to be used. So if you've got a printer that's sitting in a location in France or Germany or the UK, you set up the appropriate code page, and then when the spool file is processed against that code page, against that output queue, the correct code page is used. When creating document output using Interform, we're not only taking data from the spool file itself, but we also have the ability to enter fixed text, so for column headings or titles or so on. And there are two ways of entering this fixed text using Interform. One is using the green screen 5250 designer, and the other is using a PC designer tool. When using the 5250 designer, the code page that we set comes from the actual display configuration that we've used. So when we're using the ACS product or Client Access 400, there is a configuration part of the connection tab, which is where we enter the code page. In this case, again, 285 for the United Kingdom. So any text I enter during the designing of this overlay using this session will be recorded using the English characters. When using the PC Designer, the fixed text that we enter during those sessions comes from the user profile that's used to sign on to the PC Designer tool. And in the green screen configuration, we can marry up the user profile with a code page, as you can see on this screen. So during that session, whenever we enter any fixed text that forms part of the overlay design, it's coming from this particular code page, and again in UK language. At this point, we'll just recap. The spool file itself, as we've seen, comes with a code page from your ERP system. The fixed text then can be entered in one of two ways, either using the green screen designer or the PC Designer, and we can set the code page to be used when entering that text. And we've seen that the auto forms control process is where you set the code page to be used for producing the right language output. And here are some examples just to illustrate the types of results that you'll get. So if you're using the 285 code page, which is English, you'll see the text come out in the English character set. If you're using 297 against the output queue, you will see that not only the French text and the characters within it, but the accents and the little the flicks on each of the above or below the letter. And in the 273 code page, which is Germany, you'll see again the accents that are used within the German language set. If you enjoyed the content in this video, please press the like button. If you've got any ideas for future bite-sized training sessions that you want me to cover, put them in the comments below.